What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another MLB recap, and today we'll start in Tampa, Florida, as Mike Trout got the Halos off to an early lead after cracking a home run to right center field. Tampa did respond by tying the game on a series sac fly to Mike Trout of all people, making it 1-1. Now, Anthony Rendon put Anaheim ahead on a line drive to left in the fifth, making it 2-1. Moving on to the late innings, Tampa responded. First, in the bottom of the sixth, when Randy Arozarena plated Yandy Diaz after singling to Mickey Moniak in right field. Then, 2 innings later in the eighth, Ahmed Rosario cracked a home run to left center, putting the Rays up 4-3. Heading to the ninth, the Angels did not go down quietly, as with 2 runners in scoring position and 1 out, Anthony Rendon flipped a soft liner past Paredes at third base. This scored Joe Adell and nearly scored Zach Neto as well, who was called out at home plate. Then, just 2 batters later, LA took the lead, following a Taylor Ward single to right that scored Rendon from second base. It was 5-4 Angels, who eventually won by that score. Now, moving up the eastern seaboard to Baltimore, Maryland, where the Twins took on the Orioles. Now, Gunnar Henderson, he sent the 4th pitch of the contest 416 feet at 108 miles an hour out to the right field bleachers at Camden Yards to give his team an early 1-0 lead over Minnesota. Now, Suarez was making his first MLB appearance since 2017 with San Fran. In this game, Suarez worked 5 shutout innings, relinquishing only 3 hits, no runs, 4 strikeouts, and no walks to Minnesota's offense. A fantastic outing from Robert Suarez. I mean, you love to see it. You love to see a good comeback story, and he was definitely on point in Baltimore yesterday. Now, the Orioles 1-0 lead dissolved in the 7th after a pair of RBI singles from Austin Martin and Kyle Farmer as they plated the Twins' first 2 runs of the game and gave the Twinkies a 2-1 lead. Now, like the Orioles' lead going to the top of the 7th, the Twins' lead dissolved as well as Anthony Santander homered into the Orioles' bullpen to tie the game at 2. Now, eventually, Baltimore ended this game the same way they started it, with a home run. This time, it was center fielder Cedric Mullins who blasted a moonshot onto the patio in right field. Mullins, he sent a 92-mile-an-hour changeup 379 feet from Griffin Jacks out of the ballpark to seal a 4-2 Orioles win. Let's move over to some Trevor Bauer news. Yeah, some big updates regarding him. One of his accusers, Darcy Anna Ismandu, has been indicted for committing felony fraud against him and another man. She is now facing up to 16 years in prison. Bauer has said they slept together only once in December 2020, in which she initiated, and no part of their encounter would be considered remotely rough, unlike what Bauer's other accuser, Lindsey Hill, claimed. Now, according to Bauer, months after the only time sleeping with each other, Darcy wanted to sleep with Bauer yet again, on multiple occasions, and even requested a sample of his sperm because she wanted to have his kid at some point. That's really weird. Now, Bauer has claimed that Darcy has made at least 4 7-figure demands over the past 4 years, and one of those demands occurred more than a year after they initially slept together. It only occurred after Lindsey Hill made up her false allegations that became public. Dorsey Adana then demanded $3.6 million and claimed Bauer forced her to have an abortion. The only problem with that is she never got pregnant, according to Trevor Bauer, and that claim can be backed up by her own medical records. Now, when Bauer denied to give her $3.6 million, Dorsey made up a false sexual assault claim and filed a civil suit against him. Now, in this version of her story, she, for the first time, claimed that non-consensual sex occurred. However, this claim was debunked by text messages the court obtained from the morning following their only time they slept with each other. Also, in this claim, she said that she had a miscarriage and not an abortion, which is also false because, yet again, she never got pregnant in the first place. In fact, Darcy was actually dropped by 2 law firms because she could not provide enough substantial evidence to support her claims against Bauer. Trevor also provided an audio recording he had which shows Darcy contradicted her own claim. Now, in emails sent to Darcy from her lawyers, they said that in light of the audio recording provided by Bauer and a lack of medical evidence showing she had an abortion or even a miscarriage, they were no longer able to represent her. Now, although you may think that there are 2 more accusers of Bauer's out there, that is also false because their lawyers only made anonymous claims after Bauer refused to pay them large sums of money, aka hush money. But of course it's not hush money because nothing happened. So they just wanted the money out of Bauer. These are gold diggers, no doubt. These 2 individuals who are not known and who remained anonymous had the opportunity, according to Bauer, to file a criminal complaint, file civil lawsuits against him, and in fact join Lindsay Hill's civil suit against Bauer anonymously. Neither of them did any of that, and thus are pretty much, quiet. They're kind of giving up. In fact, one of the 2 accusers submitted a statement to the court saying she never made public accusations against Bauer, and the other vehemently refused to participate in Lindsay Hill's civil lawsuit. Now, with that said, as of this moment, there are no claims, ongoing investigations, or outstanding lawsuits against Trevor Bauer. So my next question is, when is ESPN, Jeff Passan, and Alden Gonzalez going to get sued by Trevor Bauer for defamation? Because if you remember, ESPN published the original article on July 1st, 2021, which provided extreme and intimate detail of Trevor Bauer's and Lindsay Hill's encounter. I think ESPN is partially responsible for costing Bauer his Dodger contract and should recoup him of at least half the money he lost due to this article they published in 2021 that started this witch hunt against him. Moving on, back to the recaps. Heading down to Boston, Tanner Houck was fantastic against Cleveland. The righty only gave up 3 hits, struck out 9 men, and only tossed a total of 94 pitches, 69 of them being strikes, while working a full 9 innings. Houck tossed the first Maddox from a Boston hurler since Clay Buchholz on August 31st, 2014. It was the first shutout by a Red Sox pitcher since Michael Wacha on June 6, 2022. Not to mention, Houck faced 29 batters, only 2 above the minimum 27. After this start, Houck is now 3-1 with a 1.35 ERA. When it comes to the scoring in this game, the Red Sox got a run via a balk committed by Guardians pitcher Ben Lively in the 3rd that allowed Pablo Reyes to score. An inning later, in the Sox 4th, Connor Wong hit a solo shot to left center field. This made it 2-0 Boston, solidifying them the victory. Now let's head over to Citizens Bank Park, where Philly was looking to sweep the Rockies. Now Colorado got on the board after Aledz Diaz hit a RBI ground out to Trey Turner at shortstop that scored Ezequiel Tovar. However, Philadelphia quickly broke out in their half of the first via back-to-back home runs from Kyle Schwarber and Trey Turner. Schwarber hit a solo shot to right center field, and then Trey Turner's home run to left gave Philly a 2-1 lead. Now, a few batters later, Alec Baum doubled home JT Realmuto, and the next man up, Brandon Marsh, he plated Baum after stroking a single to right. It was 4-1 Phillies after those pair of hits. Now, Kyle Schwarber, he gave the Phillies some insurance in the bottom of the 6th inning after blasting his 2nd home run of the game, 5th on the season for him, to right field to extend Philadelphia's lead by 6. Now, surprisingly enough, this 6-run cushion was needed, as Colorado scored 5 runs in the top of the 9th, thanks to a Montero sac fly to right field. Michael Toglia had a bases-loaded walk that scored another run. Then a Blackman RBI groundout and a Trovar single to left plated the Rockies' 5th run of the inning. However, in the end, the Mountain Men came up short, losing 7-6 to the Phillies. And that's all I got. Please like, please comment, subscribe. Comment down below your thoughts on the Trevor Bauer update. And as always, I'll catch you guys later.